It is now confirmed on Instagram via the man himself, The Rock, the People's Champion, the pie-eating, jabroni-kicking, biggest star in Hollywood, has confirmed to be on Raw, Netflix, tomorrow, January 6th, and all is right in the world, and we better look out, because who are we getting? People's Champion's long gone. Hollywood Rock, well, we got a version, kind of, sort of, in the Final Boss last year, but are we getting the Final Boss? Because when The Rock announced his return, he was really playing up the High Chief moniker. High Chief moniker, what is that? That's an actual title bestowed upon him in 2004 by the head of state of the Samoan people. He was literally crowned, you are the high priest. That is an actual real life title. And when he plastered his family tree, the Samoan family tree, last year at the press conference, you know, the one where he slapped the taste out of Cody's mouth. Well, he actually even had his name. When you saw his name, he was actually called the High Priest Salui. I might be pronouncing the name wrong. That is what he was given as his Samoan name of High Chief. But the High Chief moniker was actually in that family tree. And now he's coming with it.
He's walked many paths. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, the final boss, and also in his homeland, High Chief COD.
Why suddenly is he really saying The Rock, the High Chief? Why did he make it a point to not just say, I've walked many paths, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, the final boss, but then he ends it with High Chief? Well, we got Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa fighting for the Ulafala. We got them fighting to see who is going to be the head of the table. Well, what if they are fighting for scraps from the table? What if head of the table is, well, yeah, you know, that's a big deal, but, you know, who owns the building that the table is in? All right? So, hey, Roman, Solo, go sit at the head of the table, because guess who owns the building? The High Chief, The Rock, the final boss. What if The Rock comes back and it doesn't matter who wins because he is the High Chief? You can be a tribal chief, but the High Chief is above all the tribes. And I think that's a high possibility, a good possibility, that no matter who wins now, I was thinking it was going to be Solo Sikoa. For a little bit, Solo would win. And then we'd be revealed that The Rock is the tribal chief, the real tribal chief, the power behind the throne. But now that The Rock is confirmed to be coming to Netflix, and he's really promoting this High Chief title, well, Roman wins. He thinks he has a huge victory. He puts on the Ulafala, and if you smell what The Rock is cooking, he comes down, and boom. It doesn't matter that you won your Ulafala back. I'm the High Chief. You will acknowledge me, Roman, and ooh baby. Now there are other paths that can be taken. I mean, The Rock, interesting enough, has a lot of potential conflicts with people on this show. Literally, this show is a who's who of people who might wanna take a shot at The Rock. And that is 100% legit. The Rock was bestowed the High Priest title. That is not some story written into the WWE. And I will legit bestow upon you this championship belt if you win it when I hit 10,000 subscribers. I'm trying to quit my day job. I'm trying to do wrestling content full time, especially with WrestleMania season coming up. I don't want a pesky little job to get in the way. No, I love my job. I appreciate my job. Maybe I don't love my job, but I appreciate my job, but I would appreciate being a YouTube content creator even more. And in that quest to become said content creator, I'm going to give away this belt at 10,000 subscribers. All you got to do is comment below, hit the bell notification, and if you're so kind, give a thumbs up. I will give this away on a live stream, free of charge, free shipping, anywhere in the world. The Rock, huh? Let's get back to that. First off, what if Drew McIntyre just comes out and interrupts The Rock? Because it's like this. Drew McIntyre has a vendetta against everybody in the bloodline, and, well, you know what? The Rock was a bloodline member. Yeah, he was. And he's been doing this thing lately where people are talking and suddenly his music hits, and it's like you weren't expecting him to come, and somehow it makes it work. He did that to Solo Sikoa. Solo's talking about his feud with Roman Reigns, and then suddenly Drew McIntyre comes out. Cody Rhodes talking about his feud with Kevin Owens, and suddenly Drew McIntyre is coming out. Drew McIntyre is this like Nick Fury character right now, just going to everybody and either saying, I got a problem with you and I'm coming for you, or hey, let's work together. Talks are that Drew McIntyre is going to be a major player in the WWE this year, 2025, for all the hard work that he has done in 2024 and previous years as well. And what better way to really anoint him by putting him in a face-to-face with The Rock, and he has done great mic work last year, so like he might be up for it. And you might be thinking, no way. Here's this. Last year, after WrestleMania, The Rock himself, Dwayne Johnson, sent a sword to Drew McIntyre when he re-signed with WWE. Those two had a conversation during WrestleMania weekend in which they really connected, and The Rock promised him a sword. It's on Instagram, it's on everything. He literally had a sword presented to Drew as a thank you for re-signing WWE. So they have a personal relationship backstage somehow, some way, and it could make sense in Drew's mind to somehow, some way involve The Rock in his personal vendetta against the Bloodline. Or we go John Cena. This is John Cena's farewell retirement year. He will be appearing right here at Netflix Raw, and I mean, two legends going at it. They had once in a lifetime, followed by twice in a lifetime. What if they did thrice in a lifetime? The Rock versus John Cena. Don't get much better than that. Don't get much bigger than that. No way, no how. That would be the biggest thing you could do. Now, I don't think that would happen, though. The reason why I don't think that would happen is because both of them are probably not in the greatest ring shape. You can be tough. You can bench press 1,000 pounds, but if you don't have the cardio to back it up, well, you probably can't hang in a WWE ring. And I'm not saying that as an insult to either of those two. It's just they have different kind of workouts for their movie careers, so I just don't think it's in the realm of possibility. I think both of them can have excellent matches with somebody else who is in ring shape. So those two will probably have some kind of face-to-face, though, because, I mean, are we going to pass an opportunity to have those face-to-face? No way, no how. So something will happen, but I doubt will lead to an actual program. Who else could be next? We could do LA Knight. If they really want to anoint LA Knight, they could do it. They're not gonna, because they're gonna keep LA Knight in high mid-card purgatory. But honest to God, if they wanted to really level somebody up and use the star power of The Rock, it would be LA Knight. And the reason why I say LA Knight is because people compare him to The Rock anyways. They say he's like a dollar store Rock. So like, oh man, that would be so good. But they're not gonna do that. So let's just go on to actual real possibilities. The next one could be Cody Rhodes. Last year, that was the feud. Oh my God, I wanted to see The Rock versus Cody even more than Rock versus Roman or Cody versus Roman. Rock and Cody had a great feud. It did cap off in the tag match, and Rock pinned Cody, and then Cody, he went and won. That was night one. And night two, he went and won the WrestleMania match against Roman Reigns. And well, the next night on Raw, Rock came out and said, I'm coming back for you. I am coming back for you. So what if we think The Rock is coming for Roman or Solo? But honestly, like, those guys can just fight for that. He's going to put that on the back burner, and he's going after Cody Rhodes. He made a promise to Mama Rhodes that he was going to deliver a belt full of her boy's blood to her. And so now he's making good on that promise, which was one of my resolutions for The Rock in my resolution video that I posted on day one of 2024. And yeah, so he restarts the feud, and now we are off to the races for Cody versus The Rock. That I see as a high possibility. I definitely see that as a high possibility. We could do Seth coming in against The Rock. The Rock probably has no love lost for that walking clown emoji, Seth freaking Rollins. They definitely feuded. He called him, hey, who has a midlife crisis now? Seth Rollins, as he beats him to a bloody pulp. I don't see it happening. I think Seth Rollins is out of that picture for the moment. He is now in The Rock's rearview mirror, but it is a possibility. They do have history. And Seth Rollins' opponent, CM Punk, also has history with The Rock. I know, it's like, wow, a lot of people have some beef with The Rock. It could be easily written for them to get involved with The Rock, because CM Punk, when he did his pipe bomb, the infamous pipe bomb, he literally said in it
that Dwayne is in the main event of WrestleMania makes me sick.
I am sick to my stomach that Dwayne is main eventing WrestleMania and I am not. And The Rock is the actual person who actually pinned CM Punk, ending his 434th day title reign. That belt right there, that commemorates CM Punk's 434-day title reign, and it was The Rock who ended it, so he could then go main event WrestleMania with John Cena twice in a lifetime. So, you know what? CM Punk, well, he might have a chip on his shoulder. He might want to go and have a rematch with The Rock. And he told The Rock, anytime you come back here, buddy, I'm going to be waiting for you. And your arms aren't long enough to box with God. CM Punk even referenced that when he came back to the WWE this time. When he literally came back in his, I think it was his first or second interview segment, he referenced the boxing with God, talking to Rock. So who knows there? And then, what about Paul Heyman? What about Paul Heyman doing the little hand gesture? There was a very unique way to hold up the number 3, kind of like this, right? Paul Heyman actually held up his fingers like that on SmackDown last week. And guess who also came back at Bad Blood and held his fingers exactly like this? I think it's a coincidence, but Paul Heyman has on record said there are no coincidences. Everything we do is for a reason. And it got me thinking, Paul Heyman also dressed like Solo Sikoa one time. They had the same handkerchief and suit. And I'm thinking now The Rock and Paul Heyman holding the fingers up the same. Solo Sikoa is asking Paul Heyman to hold the Ula Fala. And if he wins, he gets the wise man on his team. Solo becomes the tribal chief who acknowledges the head chief, The Rock, and boom, Solo keeps his tribe, and The Rock is over all tribes, and Roman is a man, an island unto himself. And now do we have Roman versus The Rock, main event, night 1, WrestleMania, John Cena versus Cody, night 2, because The Rock, behind the scenes, has said, make WrestleMania all about John Cena. It's his final year. So we have one night of just Bloodline WrestleMania and another night of John Cena WrestleMania. And John Cena, being John Cena, would want to pass the torch to Cody Rhodes. So very, very interesting that The Rock is coming back with the High Chief moniker. And I'm thinking, I'm back to him being the power behind the throne. Solo Sikoa wants to be the tribal chief in the High Chief Tribaldom. And that we will see 24 hours, less than 24 hours from now, the biggest Raw of all time. The Rock, the final boss, the High Chief, returns, and boy howdy, WWE fans, we are in for some good eats. We are on the road to WrestleMania. It starts tomorrow. Let's go. Guys, girls, have a great day.